Yo, what's going on? What's going on, guys? So, we're gonna do a let's see. There we go. All right, so we're gonna do a quick stream with the raid. What's going on? People can start going in here. Probably stream for like an hour or so. I am recovering a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. This is that new boss. I have no idea what this boss does, and I'm just gonna go in here blind. It's a star boss, so obviously it's for this team. I'm just gonna put the I'm gonna do the Flutter Page team. I'll probably do Matilda a little later. Well, no, let me do Matilda because I think no, I feel Flutter Page. Should I do Kukanya? I'm gonna do Kukanya because I don't know what this boss does. Yeah. It's like an AoE fight anyways. Alright, let's just do a little bit of translating so we can have somewhat of an idea of what's happening. Okay, use more attacks to attack the opponent and eliminate the pain and hardship of the companions to trigger the threat of resentment. The avatar Storm Rage will chant with the companions of suffering and hardship and strengthen all enemies, so this needs to be defeated as soon as possible. Okay. Alright, so, and then it has 12 compared to his 25. So it seems like it has half of his health. Well, with the bit with Star, like, they're kind of heavy on AoE anyways. Now this is the first round, so it's not going to be that much. Should I pull Barcarola if I have Voyager and Windsong? Barcarola isn't really a Windsong teammate, but she absolutely is a Voyager teammate because Voyager gets the Euphoria upgrade. The only thing I'll say is, like, Windsong is still the better of the two. Let me use my energy real quick. Windsong is still the better of the two when it comes to, like, just strength of a star character. But if you're wanting to, like, rock a different team, like, I think Barcarola is pretty cool. Because you're able to use Voyager, which Voyager hasn't been used, like, at all. And then you're able to use Matilda as well. But Windsong's still really, really strong, but they don't really go together. They're for two different types of teams. Like, it looked like that at first. It looked like they were gonna go together. And you technically can because Windsong has Eureka, but the team that Barcarola has really wants Flutter Page or Matilda with Voyager. It's not really a Windsong situation. But Windsong's still great. And I just think the Barcarola team, I like, it's a little special because of the way it works. I really like its mechanic. So I like it a little bit more than Windsong. And I feel it's even easier to play because you don't have to plan anything out. You literally just use your Eureka and just gain the impromptu, like, stuff and all that. See, I already used all of that. Almost got my daily done. I still have some pulls because I didn't go crazy. God, I got a pull in a week. I feel like this is way too quick. 1 week is insane. Like, I haven't even pulled in my other games just because, like, I knew this one would be coming up quickly. How does the Eternity Simul team do in Reverie? I really haven't seen any talks about it. The main problem with that team is survivability is still an issue when you get hit too hard. So it really depends on your investment and stuff like that. Because wanting to be that low, the shields, like even trying to use like Babel, or some way sustaining yourself, it's not enough, because the enemies will have like 200,000, like 300,000 health, and like for Simul, like in Eternity being low, like they're not tanky enough to withstand that, and with like a shielder, you'll get knocked down past that shield. Like shields are great, like with Babel, but really Jay like helps keep those up a lot better because of the follow-up. But like outside of that team, those shields get nuked, and so you'll still die. And you know, Kakanya is a great character, but pairing her with that team, she ends up healing them too much. Alright, so this is the one for real. So let's see. I'm gonna buff Voyager. Get that. Do this so we can get the extra incantations. And we'll just try to keep up the incants. Alright, so we can go through the health bars. I wonder how the enhanced incantation goes when there's multiple bars. Like, is it gonna... It's gonna keep going? Oh, that's really good. So it's not really wasted. It should take him out. Okay. Some Voyager. Actually, I want to get the... Yeah, here we go. Thoughts on A-Knight being C tier on Pridwin? A-Knight's just not a good character right now. Like, he might be good in a specific situation, but compared to the characters right now, and he's not getting a buff. Like, I mean, he doesn't have a buff yet. Like, all these other characters are just crazy. Saving Matilda, the best for last. I see you. Well, I wanted to do the team like first that most people were probably doing, like most likely, and then yeah, we'll go for the Matilda team. We'll go for the Matilda team after. I haven't really taken any damage from this guy, and everybody's P0 except for like Kakanya. Well, I think Voyage is like P1 because I just got it when I pulled for Barcarola. But everybody's like fairly like level, and he's not really hitting us, so Kakanya's not really doing too much. Oh, I could switch this all around. That didn't give me what I wanted.
right here. Listen up. Please. Listen. Now for the crescendo.
All right. This old. It's a lot of damage, bro.
Just another shift. What I'm good at. A fragment of truth. Just another shift.
Problem with the A-Knight is the oh yeah, the 2-3's mechanic is being the last hit on enemies. Yeah, that's also pretty lame for him to get his extra moxie. That doesn't help for a good, like, that doesn't help him at all. If he's our A-Knight hits fairly hard though, he should be tiered A tier at least. It's like better than Regulus damage. Yeah, but what does he do though? Regulus does more than him and also is able to crit. A-Knight can't crit. Like, he has the penetration and stuff like that, but like all of his stuff has to happen from kills, and enemies are getting tankier, and like having on death effects for a character like him just doesn't really help him like a lot.
What I'm good at. Just another shift. Do you have any requests? Don't worry. It's been fully
Like,
safe. Laundry time. I dedicate this song to you.
oh, I had used it to restore the moxie. I didn't even think about it.
I will be watching you.
Not moxie, the I had used it to restore the Eureka. I was talking about his rousing morale. The rousing morale buff that he gives, he needs to kill. And, like, he just doesn't... He doesn't feel nearly as good as some of the other characters.
Don't be afraid. Eating.
Barker seems underwhelming.
My next performance, bubbles
Compared to what?
these cheeks are my wings.
They're at turn 8 and they're about to triple S. Like, this is all P0.
Yes, I got this. What I'm good at. Do you have any requests? Stars. Higher than the bell tower, and deep in the clouds. Listen to the melodies of wind and waves.
Yeah, I don't call this underwhelming. I think that's a pretty cool... I think this is a pretty cool thing. Wait, no, I am gonna do it last. It's the old. No, I'll do it first. Whatever.
No worries.
Screw it.
Been full and safe. Well prepared, aren't we, crackling box? Now for the crescendo with
I think the tier list isn't only about how much damage a character can do, but also how easy they attain and use it. Yeah, because like if it's about damage, A Knight's damage, like
I dedicate the song
A Knight's damage isn't that crazy. And if you were to be like, oh well, if you put them in the right team, I feel like if you put other characters in their right team, they can also hit really hard too. The only thing about Barcarola, I really don't want to do this, but
been full and safe.
I might have to.
Saxophones and
This, like,
would you care to lie down?
for this team, if damage reduction like is about to do what I think it's about to do, then like I know I don't have the stats where they need to be, but like hopefully damage reduction doesn't hit this too hard, because like it's just gonna end up being where it's like Poison Seam can still do better.
Just another shift. What I'm good at. Saxophones and a bandura.
Like that's what.
This out of you. Rise and shine.
You do get the Genesis damage from Voyager's ult though, but it's not exactly good enough.
Now for the crescendo with fortissimo tutti.
But isn't putting the units in the right team supposed to work in R99? But if you judge things off of teams, like, well, that's why tier lists are odd for this game in the first place, because they judge the characters. So they judge characters off of their how they work like on their own. Obviously the characters like being put in a team will be better, but like they judge like, okay, if this character is not in their best in slot team, how do they function? Like some characters don't function very well outside of their best in slot team, right? Like let's say 37, if you don't put her with a follow-up character, she doesn't function as well, right? Black Dwarf, if you don't put her in a team that where your supports aren't using a lot of Moxie or AP, then she doesn't do really well because she has to ult. Like, what's happening here?
Outside sees your dreams. A fragment of truth. Those who look outside sees your dreams. Saxophones and a bandura. Look at you, so broken. Please enjoy. I dedicate this song to you.
Well, that's just not how tier lists are made, Slim. They don't make team tier lists. That's why when you look at a tier list, you got to use the own power of discernment. They don't make team tier lists because like that's just why like tier lists are truly just for, oh, it hits us if we don't use it. Well, that's a problem. Wow. I just got...
Do you have any requests? Stars.
Is Inspiration Team cheap to build? Uh...
Bursting.
If you already have Voyager, then yes. If you already have Voyager, you can just get Barcarola and then just Euphoria out Voyager, and then you can just put 2 buffers. You don't have to have Flutter Page or Matilda. Well, actually, it is a pretty cheap team to build because you'd already have Matilda, and then you can just do her Euphoria. You don't have to get Flutter Page, even though Flutter Page is really good. You just need to get Barcarola if you already have Voyager. I would say if you don't have Voyager, then you don't want to build this team because it really wants Voyager. It just killed my... They really just killed my Kakanya. But if you're talking about materials, no. You're talking about materials, like in resources you have to put in this team, you really want to maximize the levels and the like resonance for these characters in order to get like a lot of damage, and the Euphoria is pretty expensive because this team is built, the Inspiration team is built off of stats. But if you're talking about like summoning for characters, you just need to have already Voyager, and then you just pull Barcarola. Yeah, I forgot about it. I forgot Matilda's free, but yeah, you just need Voyager. Is Lopera a must-have for the burn team? No, the burn team already existed without Lopera. Lopera is just like a nice added option, but you don't have to have Lopera for burn.
What I'm good at. It's out of you.
Like the main parts of burn team is a Soul Day plus J or a Soul Day plus Spathadia with a healer and a buffer. That's all you need. But you just have to have a Soul Day for it to actually be a burn team. Other than that, like, yeah, you really don't have a team if you don't have a Soul Day.
My next performance, bubbles bursting. What an awful racket you make.
I don't know why we blew up earlier. That was kind of... $1.4 mil? I would say for most people that's okay. I know that I don't have these characters like built out like crazy. I don't know what happened with that explosion though. That one was a little annoying. This is okay. I'm not really like... Since the damage does fall off, I want to see... Alright, I'm gonna... I want to see what this... Let me try and dump Flutter Page, put Matilda. Let's see what it does with Matilda. So what was that, 1.4? Remember that number. Wow, this is actually really impressive.
Do you have any requests?
Try to use Anjo? No, I can't use my Anjo. My Anjo's too strong. It's like I'm not really worried about like using the legendaries, the limiteds, because the limiteds don't really like help with any thematic teams, like because those characters aren't thematic in themselves. Like, so when I'm doing like different teams, like I really don't like using them. Like poison team, burn team, what is it? Card level up team, Marcus, Anjo. You got bullet team. You got heal team, Genesis damage team, technically. Shield counter team. You got. Oh, I picked the wrong person. I'm supposed to pick Voyager or somebody. I wouldn't say Petrify as a team just yet. There's no freeze team. Regulus should be C tier. I barely use her. Okay, but that's you. Why would you like what? Voyager still has some uses with like her dodge and stuff like that, but she also has really high crit. And she goes with the crit meta. Like you can have Regulus hit hard. She fits with the crit meta. She does more damage than you think. Her shields are practically useless compared to the other shielders. You're talking about the 5-star character. And she has damage reduction on her shields. And she just got a Euphoria upgrade. What are you talking about? What is this like? What are these comments? It just sounds like you just crashing out or something. You're just saying wild, just outlandish things.
Don't worry, it's been proven safe. Don't be afraid.
Necro's not okay. I'm gonna stop listening to you, Slim. Necro's not useless. Just because we have different options doesn't mean other characters still can't like be good on a tier list. I don't think you know. I don't think you know what you're talking about right now. Is Windsong still good? Windsong's still amazing. Windsong's still one of the best characters in the game.
Do you have any requests? A Bandura? As you wish.
He does. A-Knight does. A-Knight doesn't have the 30% extra flatus bonus. He has to wait for enemies to be low for him to get his penetration. He also has to use level 2, level 3 cards for him to do a lot of the stuff that he wants to do. And for him to get the rousing morale that's off of his ult, he has to get a kill. All I'm saying is it's very difficult to use him. I love the character, But compared to other characters, it's very difficult to get A Knight going. Like, very difficult.
Saxophones and a bit for everyone.
And he just does damage.
Now for the crescendo with fortissimo tutti.
So this is their tier list, and this is the non-Euphoria tier list because there's two, right? So for just straight damage dealer, they even made, I remember when they made the sub carry because they were talking to me about it. So with all of these characters, Regulus is put in a sub carry. That's okay, that makes sense. But with A Knight, he just does damage. Just does mass damage. And shoot, I mean, you put him in a team, he's not doing more damage than these characters, even up here. And these characters can have access to better teammates than him. And then in star content, like, they're gonna rock out, and beast content, Centurion's still gonna get hard, but A Knight doesn't have any content to be put in Eternity. Just simply just doesn't do any damage. He's not gonna do, he doesn't have a way to amp his damage up as easy like Centurion, Charlie, or Lilia. Like Centurion, you can just leave her at full moxie and she hits hard, but like you don't have to worry about leveling up the cars. It's an easy playthrough, and she has a decent amount of crit. A Knight's crit's really bad, and you'd have to use a crazy amount of characters to try to buff him. And there's not characters like, there's Lopera's not out right now, where Lopera could give him the 40%. I'd say to get better, but you put Lopera up with any of these characters, and then they still hit harder. Like, the thing is that the characters that you would give to A Knight, these characters would do more damage as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't give Centurion or Lilia a teammate that wouldn't just make them still better than A Knight. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Charlie, like, well, come on. Charlie's already hitting stupidly hard with, of course you have to have some portraits in her, but Charlie hits like really dumb hard. And then Centurion and Lilia both have some sustain as well. And you got follow-up and all that stuff. How much damage you say for a P0 A Knight? I don't know. I haven't tested it, plus mine's not P0 anymore. And his modifiers like aren't that crazy. But like for this, if the target is defeated, so like this is just a basic attack. If the target is defeated, like I said, he has to do stuff on kill. The only other one is his glory, which he has to have at 2 or above mox, at level 2 or higher to do anything. For every 20% max loss, you get extra damage. So the target has to be low for him to get this. His insight 2 doesn't give him anything great. His damage taken minus 8%, which is bad. And then he gets penetration rate here. Like these aren't crazy things for him. Like they just aren't. He doesn't, and he's a 1.0 character, but he wasn't even great back then. He was a decent character to use back then because he didn't have any weaknesses, but he's definitely fallen off. He's for sure fallen off. It's not the character he used to be.
Appointment of tourists. Do you have any requests? Don't worry, it's been for Win's sake. I'll be right here.
But any damage that he would do, the other characters can amp their damage higher. And they don't have to worry about killing the enemy. Enemies are tankier now. Having to worry about killing them, that means your stuff's not going to work. So this happens at round 11, where the enemy just blows us up. And we have to hope to win. I mean, to not die from this. Does this mean this is like this is going to happen regardless? I think I did it in the wrong order again.
Saxophone. Do you have any requests? Stars.
Is the golden thread banner still worth it if I don't want Sotheby or Babel? I missed out on Jay. You'll get a character that you're missing at the 2.2. In 2.2, they'll give you a free character that you're missing. So if you're not missing that many, there's a chance to get them. So I would wait until then, because you might get one of those two. And then wait until after you do your pulls for the until if you're pulling for Anjo, wait until after those pulls before you do any of that, because you could always lose a 50-50. Unless like you're just like super desperate. Hopefully you're not super desperate, but just wait it out a little bit. I just don't believe in pulling for a character you can lose a 50-50 for, especially a standard one like that you can get, that you could get with gold like cassettes. So I really don't give advice on that, especially if you're going to be pulling in the future. I just can't advise it. I mean, those characters are really, really good, but like I can't advise that personally, because I, of course, pull more than most people, but I've just gotten so many characters and copies from 50-50 losses that, like, I just couldn't do it. Yo, it's good, Zayon. Yeah, if you're pulling for Anjo, like, you could lose 50-50 and get one of those characters, so you never know. You truly never know. Dude, what is this, like, this BS this dude's doing? It's ridiculous. Skipping Nala might end up like 140 pulls and going for both Willow and Barcarola because I have both Tuesday and Voyager. Yeah, Willow's fun. I'm probably gonna do Poison Team. This was lower, 1.2. So Flutter was actually a little bit better. This still did similar amount of damage, but this is 200,000 lower. Didn't see much use of Argus. Yeah, well, Argus has been, even though there was a guy, man, or somebody was arguing to like that, like, oh, the buffs that Argus uses and everything is so amazing. The thing is that Argus has been moved to Marcus's team, And Marcus has been moved to a character that people kind of use. But like when you're put in a plant situation, are you going to use, like most people, it's like, it's either you're going to do poison or you're going to do Marcus team. Maybe you're going to try to do the new Jessica petrified team, but probably not because it's very expensive to build it in 2.4 because you got a Euphoria 2 characters. But yeah, like I only use Argus if I'm using Marcus, and I don't use Marcus. So she's really great for single target, good for like Windsong and stuff like that and different raids and stuff, but yeah, Lopera just does more for some people. She like Lopera makes all the characters pretty much crit characters. 40% crit rate is a lot of crit rate. Like, and you don't have to worry about playing a card or anything for that. That's a lot. And she has like one of the best of flattest bonuses, and she gives either incantation might or old might. Like, dude, she does so much. All right, so we're going to poison team just because I love poison team. And wait, okay, let me not go straight to poison team. What other team would I do? I don't even know what team I would do aside from poison team. I could do bullet team. I really don't feel like doing it right now. I could use Lilia. Okay. So we have them on the incantation bonus. I feel like I have to have Kakanya because of that explosion that happens. I could do Mercuria just for pure damage, but
Take my hand. You might feel better.
Lilia and 37. Nah, I'm gonna do Lilia and Flutter Page because Flutter Page adds her extra damage, especially she likes the follow-up and everything that happens. Or to get more ult might.
Do you feel ready to discuss it? A fragment of truth. What I'm good at. Ready? Aim.
We have to take out both of these, so this is gonna be mainly a Lilia showcase. Because this will be the first boss where we're gonna have to worry about Genesis damage. So Lilia will actually be able to do something. Oh, that looks cool. That looks sick, actually.
Let's hope some trouble brew. Just another shift. No fighting. We have an emergency. Ready? Aim. Stay put. This will hurt longer if I need.
Alright.
Guys, stay out of the way. Fresh from the crucible.
Yeah, I need this ult.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Don't worry. It's been proven safe. No fighting. Wait for the pop.
At least Knight being B tier is fair. He's still unusable for other content. I get that. Reverie and Raid isn't his best fit, but he still clears Limbo and Utu. But so do the characters that he's in the tier with. And some of these characters clear it better than him. Like, that's what I'm saying, is like he doesn't clear it any faster than these characters though. And like these characters, like you said, like, and it's because like Blondie, I'm pretty sure there's ways where Blondie can do like even Mr. Duncan could probably do more damage than A Knight in some situations, because they're actually have really crazy stats.
Yes, I got this. I can do it.
Hold on, this is the wifey.
What I'm good at. We have an emergency. No fighting. Let's got some trouble brewing. Higher than a bell tower, and deep in the clouds. These sheets are my wings. Stay out of the way. It dissipates.
You have to beat the thing in a certain amount of rounds. It's not like the other round, like it's not like the other content where you can take your time. But if a character gives you a faster clear, it gives you a faster clear though, too. I'm just saying A Knight doesn't have a lot of teammates for him, and that's just what's true for like some of the intelligence, like where intelligence and spirit, like if they don't do the extra damage, they need to be put on a team, and A Knight was made before all that happened. Like, I mean, it's the same thing as like 6 is a great support, but people don't really use, like, not everybody uses 6 because they have specific teams now where they don't need 6. Doesn't mean he's a bad character. It just means that he ain't really used.
Refinement of truth. Ready, aim. We have an emergency. Don't worry.
Берегись, а то я сведу твой счет к
Don't be
нулю.
afraid. I never miss. Most of the time anyway.
First warning.
All in moderation.
Yeah, at this point, you just need Euphoria A Knight. I mean, honestly, I think it's better to just say that he's really bad and just needs a buff. Then he can get the buff that he needs. Wow, that was 22,000 damage from footer page.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Ready, aim. Just another shift.
No fighting.
Wait for the pop.
Is there enough currency to get P1 onto a flutter page and Barcarola if you skip all the other characters and banners? That's being really greedy. I can say it's based off of your luck, but that is a lot. But I mean, you could, like, you have enough to get. I mean, if you're skipping this patch, you get her. I just hope you don't lose any 50-50s. Lose a 50-50 can go really terrible.
What I'm good at. Just another shift. A fragment of truth.
We have an emergency.
Let's got some trouble brewing. Laundry time. Would you care to lie down?
But it is possible.
Stay out of the way.
I never miss. Most of the time anyway.
But guys, P0 Anjo is fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. You don't really, you don't need to pull for the P1. Like, you don't need to pull for the P1. Promise you.
an emergency. Ready? Aim? Yes, just another shift. Dive.
But what do y'all want from the P0? I mean the P1.
Really has a mind of
What are y'all wanting so bad from the P1?
and even the clouds.
It's making you want to do that.
Rise and shine.
Follow-ups for the star and mineral contract? Because that's only for star and mineral contracts. The contract out perform in shadow, and then the angel's temptation damage does go up to 250, but like it's not necessary. It doesn't make the character. Solar Page Cube A5. I think so. Yeah, she's P0 R10 with R5 Cube, I feel like.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Ready? Aim?
Берегись, we have an emergency.
Wait for the pop.
It's not necessary.
This'll hurt longer.
Y'all could be using that to get a whole nother character trying to get P1.
Off the track.
That don't make sense to me. I just don't understand free to play going for a P1 when the P1's not even crazy. Like, it's not crazy. Like, it's not crazy enough to make you skip a whole nother character. Plus one extra attack on P1 Anjo could be difference between beating a stage of reveries or not. I mean, if you're pairing her with the star or mineral character in every round, then fine, I guess. If that's what you're doing. If you're pairing her with, I guess, 37 or... What's another star character? I don't even know what other character you'd put her with.
What I'm good at. Let's go some
No
level
fighting. We have an emergency.
These sheets are my wings. I never lose. Most of the time anyway.
But like, okay, so how about this? If you're talking about getting that extra follow-up attack, if you're doing her with Star Mineral, could be the difference between you beating a stage on Reverie. Would it not just be easier to... Would it not be a little bit more sane to put that, instead of putting pulls into her to try to get the P1, would you not think about just raising her resonance to get extra power from there? Like, resonance you can just farm for if you're just looking for a little extra boost of power. Like, would that not just be better?
No fight. We have an emergency.
Don't worry. It's been proven safe. Get ready. This is going to be a crowd please.
No fighting. We have an emergency.
Get ready. This is going to be a crowd pleaser. Time for a little bit of fragment of truth.
Stay out of the way.
Bro, it's y'all's pulls. At this point, I don't even know why I'm arguing. I'm just trying to help y'all not use your pulls. And y'all arguing, no, I need the P1. It's y'all's pulls. I'm a spender. And I'm a spender trying to tell y'all to spend less money. So if y'all want to spend more pulls, it's fine. I'm just trying to help.
Just another shift. Don't worry. The wind blows through you.
Берегись,
And
а
through
то я
me.
сведу твой счет к нулю.
No use in avoiding it. Laundry time.
Red card, off the track.
I mean, like, if y'all want the portraits, it's just that I just don't talk.
What I'm good at.
I just really don't
This is going to
try to glorify
I can do it.
No fighting, we have an emergency.
portraits like that because, like, I already get a bad rap because I'm a spender myself. But, like, I really try not to glorify, like, the portraits. Like, I have them for my characters, but I always try to look at characters, like, at P0 first. And a lot of these characters are really great at P0.
No cheating.
I get, like, limited character, you probably want to put some portraits on. But the way that things are looking, like, while Anjo is really, really strong, like, her best portraits are in her later portraits. Like, the P1 is not that crazy for you to get, like, the one extra follow-up when you're locked to a mineral or star character, because there are going to be times where you're not going to, like, the times where you're not locked to a mineral star character, then you wasted half of that portrait, because you have to be there. I mean, you have to use it for that. And then
aim.
like, for the
We have an emergency.
extra damage on the contract, 100% extra damage for that
People really has a mind of its own.
for that follow-up you do when you're with mineral and star characters. Like, I mean, I guess that's fine, but that's the only contract that helps. It doesn't help, like, if you don't plan on putting Anjo with the mineral and star character every single time you play her, then you waste the P1. Like, let's just say it that way. You have to put her with a mineral and star character for that to make sense for you. Otherwise, you're literally just wasting pulls. That's what I'm saying. Talking about Barcarola. Oh Jesus, I'm about to lose. Barcarola is a DPS support. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to call her because she herself doesn't do damage. She just enables the inspiration team. But she's essential for the inspiration team as a support to allow the incantations to do more. So I would say she's a support because she's not doing any damage in the team.
Those who look outside see their dreams.
She's just kind of there.
Берегись, а то я сведу твой счет к нулю.
Look at you. So broken.
Red card, off the track.
I mean, she does damage, but, like, and I feel like she enabled, well, Voyager's more of a support than her, but also Voyager enables the inspiration to do a lot more damage too, where it allows it to split off, and then it adds extra Genesis damage after she ults. Like, I truly think all of the characters, like, are just there to just help make it do more damage. Other than that, like, yeah. Oh my god. There's something I'm missing on this team. And I don't have BlueStacks to look it up, and I don't have my other software. Not this team, this boss. There is something I'm, like, really missing on this boss.
Just another shift.
No fighting.
Or maybe it's one of those bosses where we just can't go crazy on for a bunch of rounds. This is wild.
No cheating. Got it?
Bro, what is that damage? Oh my god, dude.
We have an emergency. No fighting. Stay out of the way.
I wouldn't say the boss is difficult necessarily. He just has a BS mechanic that just nukes the team. And I have to translate to understand it. Because this mechanic is pretty, like, BS. Oh, wait. Maybe I have to take this guy out. Because it looks like he's enabling it. Is that what it is? Okay. Hold on. I might find a solution for it. That's not bad. That's not bad. Considering Flutter Page is mostly AoE. Alright, so let's... So, of all those star teams, the highest they got was like 1.4. Alright, so now this is going to be Poison Team, guys. So, this team is portrayed. So, just saying... It's gonna be a little crazy.
Do you feel ready to discuss it?
I'm always talking Poison Team.
This way, please. What's this? Read my prayer. A bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic. A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you? I tripled the ingredients this time.
Be gone.
Wonder if August can be a viable DPS buffer for Marcus. Well, you were using August. I almost forgot who that was. People were using August before Argus came out to help for the passive. And August does a lot for a 5-star. Pretty interesting character. Don't want to use this? No. I don't want to use the ult. Maybe refresh these. Ever seen August being played in content that much? Well, because most of the... Okay, you gotta think about it here. Most of the content creators have the characters that you would use instead of, like, August. Like, content creators have all the characters, so, like, not many times they're gonna be like, you know what? I think I want to use August. Like, I don't use a lot of 5-stars unless someone specifically wants to see it, because I have the other characters that would make the team better.
Get back and stay back. It's for your sake.
I will say Poison Team, Siberia, Poison Team was doing okay, because if you have to remember, Jessica was the best DPS for a long while. Like, truly. I have to kill this thing. How much health does it have? And why is it so early? And I'm getting this. I have to be doing something wrong. Ugh. I think I can go on Ouija and look everything up. There's something I'm doing very wrong. Svad did not clap anyone until Isolde? Okay. Svadadia absolutely obliterated her raid when she first came out, but I guess none of y'all remember that. She absolutely obliterated her raid. And when Isolde came out, she just got better.
Heed my prayer. Oh, I heed my prayer. Luke will foresee your ending. In the name of darkness.
The ingredient store owner said it was very effective. Please believe me. What's this?
Oh, I call upon a fragment of truth.
About beating other DPS, I don't think anyone really checked for Spathadia because they weren't pulling for her because the first limited character. I'm gonna say that Spathadia didn't get the right treatment because the first limited character ever was coming out in the very next patch, and a lot of people weren't even talking about Spathadia at the time. I just don't think that was at that time a very fair position for her. But literally, J and Z came out and she was crushing everybody with DPS at the time. But then, I mean, like, look at J and Z. She hasn't really gotten like a team necessarily. But everything was focused on J and Z, bro.
Heed my prayer. A fragment of truth. Don't be afraid. Knock, knock.
Yeah, Spathadia was hitting numbers that no other character could hit. Like, at that time, we had no other character who could hit that type of damage except for like the rare, like, what was it? Portrait 6s on Gold in the Cave.
This way, please. My child. Those who look outside
I know what
sees
this
your
is.
dreams. A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you? It's for your sake.
Well, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. Like with the whole global and CN, like that things change. And by the time 1.5 hit, Windsong was out. Like, literally, Windsong was out by the time y'all got up to Spathadia. So, like,
This way, please.
What's this?
Oh, I call upon you. Heed my prayer.
I tripled the ingredients this time.
Be gone.
Your punishment will come.
Spathadia does crazy damage on her incantations too. Alright, like, she does really good damage on her incantations. They all have that extra crit modifier as well.
My child, your room is for this way, please. A fragment of truth. You're waking. Knock, knock. Room.
Marcus was able to beat out Jessica without her support, but Spatula couldn't. Spathadia did way more damage than Jessica. What are you talking about?
Starview.
Anyways, I don't know why I argue with people. Jessica had nowhere near as much damage as Spathadia. What are you talking about?
Oh, I call upon you.
Don't worry. It's been proven safe.
A fragment of truth.
Get back and stay back.
It's for your sake. No use in holding.
So this is just going to be another raid that Windsong can beat because the boss is Star. Cap? Yeah, a whole different reality. Ain't no way you're saying Spathadia couldn't beat Jessica. Dude, you're insane. You're absolutely insane.
A bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic. Bet yourself.
Jessica could barely hit 50k. And she has an ult that does like no damage, and her incantations weren't like doing any crazy damage like that. So she only had her incantations to work with, and she only had the one that did single target damage that did anything. She could hardly get any damage out. Like, what are you even talking about? There was no, and yeah, she didn't need setup because there was no setup at the time for Jessica. This is the Jessica that didn't even have Gutsy or anybody to work with. She simply had, her team was simply Sotheby, her, Bjorn Bloom, and Tooth Fairy. That was her team. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're just saying, now you're just saying incorrect ass shit. Like, wild.
You're waking. Knock, knock. Room service.
Even if she didn't have her high burn, she's doing more damage than Jessica. All of her incantations do way more damage than Jessica.
Luke will foresee your ending.
No way.
Oh,
been
I
so
call
insane.
upon you. This way, please. Heed my prayer.
I'll be right here. Be gone.
A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you?
Your punishment will come.
Oh, I call upon you, please. Heed my
Why won't these cards go away?
A bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic.
Get back and stay.
1.2 is a team with Matilda, and 1.4 mil was a team with Flutter Page, but I lost because of the mechanic of the boss, so I'm gonna do it again probably when I have more time, because like I can't stream too long today, but I'll do it when I have more time. It's a mechanic in here that I'm missing, and I think it's because I have to make sure I take out this guy back here, so,
Way, please.
What's this?
or else like my whole team just dies from being blown up,
You're waking.
because he doesn't really do damage. It's just that if you don't kill the avatar, he kind of just explodes your team.
You're almost ready. Oh, I call upon
What's
you.
this? I know what this is.
Knock, knock. Room service.
Luke will foresee your ending.
Ah, it seems to be mixed up.
You're talking about her. Hold on. You say max poison.
The gift.
I want to make sure if you're talking about the. You're talking about the Genesis damage ability. Or say, a quick question about Tuesday. Do you want to put a max poison before the ult or after? I'm not exactly saying what you're saying, but what I do with the Solde, like, if I have her ult, right, I use this and then ult with her for the extra Genesis damage. Her ult applies Genesis. Her ult applies poisons as well. If there's already poisons, she doesn't detonate them. She only detonates poisons when her array expires. Oh, it doesn't matter, Purplish. It doesn't matter. You can do it before or after.
Heed my prayer.
Like, I can use this poison and apply those because all the Genesis damage happens at the end. Like, all the poison, everything happens at the end, so it doesn't matter.
A fragment of truth. Oh, I call upon you.
Be gone.
A bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic.
Don't be afraid. Your punishment will come.
This way, please.
Heed my prayer. What's that?
My child.
How much empathy does Kakanya have right now?
Get back and stay.
I don't know. I haven't checked because I really haven't gotten hit.
It should be fine.
So I haven't really checked.
A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you?
Yeah. 2.5 out of 6K.
Your room is ready. This way, please. Your room is ready, dear.
Knowing oneself is not like all of
I need to get rid of these. I need to waste
On broken glass.
a slot and use this dumb bomb.
Room service.
I'll be right here. Be gone. Hey! Light the bonfire. I remember.
The same as
Literally had to waste AP for that.
Same light.
I feel like they're gonna come back though. Alright, so we're gonna do this, this,
Look outside.
this,
room, please.
and then detonate.
Call upon you.
You're waking it.
Look at you. So broken.
At your service.
Yeah, this poison's crazy, dude. Poison's crazy.
Your room is ready, dear. My child. Your room is ready, dear. Knock, knock. Room service.
I just saying this died like 4 times. Yeah. Poison's so good, dude. Alright, now he's starting to do some damage.
This way, please. My child.
Heed my prayer.
What's this?
Yeah, now he's doing attacks. He went from doing debuffs to doing attacks. And I need to heal with Sotheby. Just put out here. There we go.
This way, please.
Oh, I call upon you. Heed my prayer.
A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you?
Get back and stay back. In the name of darkness.
Your room is ready.
Oh, I
dear.
call upon you.
Don't worry. It's been proven safe.
What's that?
Knock, knock. Room
God,
service.
man. Poison Siege is so fun, man.
Don't be afraid.
Hold on, guys. It is cold as shit.
Light the bonfire. I remember. Light the bonfire. I remember.
I need Tuesday to
The same
not lose her rate.
from the same light. At your service.
Just take off Argus. Lopera, Vila, Isolde, and Spadadia. You don't need Argus. I know you think Argus is great, but just take off Argus.
What's this?
Oh, I call upon you. Heed my prayer.
I tripled the ingredients this time.
Luke will foresee your rending. Your punishment will come.
If you need the heals. If I need the survivability, I'm taking off Argus.
This way, please. My child. Oh, I call upon you.
What's that?
A bloody handprint on broken glass. Classic. A real troublemaker of a guest, aren't you? Get back and stay back.
Ah, it seems to be mixed up. It should be fine, right?
Yeah, but I'm but if we're talking more than just raids and like Reverie and other harder content, like Argus is easily the one that you would drop. Everybody else is too valuable. You're dropping Argus if you need a healer. Lopera does a single target heal. And if you get hit too hard and you get hit by an AoE attack and harder content, you can't run with just Lopera. Like, can't. It's not gonna work. By the way, Lux, when is the Infinite Nikki stream? Yeah, I don't know about that one. I don't think I'm gonna be playing that one.
I often think about how the sailors would sing during their time off.
Spad, the Solde, Vila, Lopera, Soft. Yeah, that's what I was saying. They're like, that's easily the team. Like, there's no argument to that. Just, that's the team right there. Like, just take off Argus instead of trying to put Argus on there. I almost missed out on Regulus's cube. I have to get that cube. It's in demand in the Discord. Is it because Jockazin did one? I think I saw Jockazin doing an Infinite Nikki stream. Is it because he did it?
Think about how the sailors would sing during their time off. They never cared about the key or pitch of their voices. Or
Is that who I have to blame?
They sang out to the top of
I have to buy this skin. I was hoping it's because of Jocko. Okay. I wish I could stream longer, but I can't. I want to do another run. Alright, so what I'm gonna say, obviously Poison Team did good. With this team, I now know that I have to focus that back, like avatar or whatever, for the new raid. So it seems like the tactic for this raid, it seems very silly. And I haven't read anything. Let's see. I think you just have to take out his stand, and you pretty much are good. See, star and mineral inspiration characters to get increased health, resistances, all that. When attacked, if in the chanting state, damage reduced. Damage received is reduced by 30%. After our action, when attacked, if in a chanting state, the damage received is reduced by 30%. And that's for everybody. So if he's chanting, he gets 30% less damage. After our action, our own aura +1 for each character can be triggered at once per round. After the battle starts and after recovery, gain 20 layers of resentment and remove all resentment status. After the character is attacked, remove 1 layer from itself and then gain a layer. When attacked, the Storm Mage avatar gains a layer of blow away, which lasts for 1 round. When the Storm Mage avatar leaves the battlefield, you take 30% max HP damage. At the start of the round, grant Bloodless to the enemy character with the highest attack, and they get attack plus 10% and reality defense minus 15 and mental defense minus 15. Okay. But all right, guys, I gotta go though. This boss just, yeah, you just take this guy out, I think. People are calling me. When entering the field, gain, if Wind Fury reaches 8 levels, all allies will receive 30% damage reduction for 1 round. At the end of the round, the number of layers Wind Rage doubles. At the beginning of the round, if Wind Rage reaches 4 layers, the power of all players' spells will be increased by 20% for 1 round. Okay, so just take this guy out. That's about it. But yeah. Alright, guys. Be out. I gotta go. I'll try to stream tomorrow. But I just wanted to show y'all the new raid, which is pretty simple. But anyways, catch y'all later. We outie.